Hey, this is Dust. Thank you once again for joining me for another World of Tanks replay. I'll firstly apologise for my microphone quality. I've been having real microphone issues, and that's honestly why I've not been releasing many videos recently. I've been having some decent games, and I've been playing other games as well, but I've not really been happy with my microphone issues. I've been through so many microphones, I'm beginning to think it's actually my PC itself that's the problem here, rather than the microphone. So bear with me on this. I appreciate the volume is not the best, and the quality is not the best, but hopefully the content will more than make up for it. So here we are on Windstorm. I'm playing with my good friend Watlanka. We're both in tier 10s, sorry, not tier 10s, T10s, the tier 9 Russian heavy tank. I'm actually grinding up to the IS-7. Watlanka's got to the IS-7, but he's kept the T10 anyway. And we are looking at a team which, on paper, anyway, let me just pause it. On paper, if you look at the WN8s, they actually look to be a little bit stronger than us. And what I do, WN8, you can't really use it as a definite sort of concrete set in stone guide, but what it is an indicator. So I usually just look at them and think, right, how many have over 1,000 WN8? And it seems that pretty much the whole team has, apart from 4 players, whereas our team is a little less well equipped, so to speak. So it automatically, I can see that we're up against it a little bit. Now, looking at their top 3 tier 9s, they've got a 2 platoon tier 9 heavy tanks. We've got the WZ and the Emil II. Let me just change that. I don't know which WZ. The 111 1-4. There we go. And a light tank. And we have the same. We decided to go to the right-hand side here purely because we figured that's where their heavy tanks would go. And we need to meet their heavy tanks. If we don't, then our team is going to get mowed through quite significantly. I mean, looking at our heavy tanks at tier 8, you kind of got the Lerva, really. I guess the Emil, is that Emil a heavy tank? I don't know if his Emil is a medium or heavy tank. But yeah, we have to try and make sure that we meet the Emil and WZ. So we push over to here. We go to the far side because we don't want to get flanked. We want to try and get some shots off on the tanks that appear on this corner. As it happens, we guessed correctly, and we run up against the Emil and the WZ, so let's try and get some shots off. So the WZ-111 is already down about 900 hit points, which is really, really good. But it looks like they're being quite aggressive. Look at the mini-map, they're pushing across quite fast, and I do understand this, they want to get under our guns, which is absolutely the right play, other than just sort of being statically camping on the other side and us both looking at each other for the next few minutes. So let's see what we can do. So Watlanka to my left, he's going to go round. So we're communicating on TeamSpeak, and honestly, I don't know a lot about the WZ-111. Don't come against it very often, so I'm not sure where the weak spots are. Now, there's a bit of miscommunication. I think Watlanka decides he's going to go for it. I think maybe expected I did, but bad comms, so he's taking 2 big hits as a result. So he's backed off slightly. So the situation here is that we've got basically four of our tanks being held up by 2 of their tanks, so this is not a good situation to be in, especially and also with 2 tanks down on either side as well. So I'm thinking, okay, this isn't great. They are in a decent position. I haven't got the gun depression to do a great deal. Neither has Watlanka. He's in the same tank as me. However, their WZ-111 starts to get quite aggressive here, and I'm thinking he's actually left us with a bit of an opportunity here, because he has to cover both his front and his side from us. The Emil II is hanging back, however, and covering WZ. So I want to see how this plays out a little bit. I'm thinking I can probably just rush down and jump on this guy, but then an M46 goes for it, and I'm thinking, okay, in for a pain, I've got to support the M46, let's go for it. Watlanka then comes rushing in, goes for the ram, and does significant damage and speed, so I'm thinking, oh, the Emil II's got to go in the water, so I push him, and he goes in. It's something that's the most satisfying thing with water tanks, is pushing people off cliffs or into water, and sure enough, that does the trick. So we managed to take out 2 of their 3 tier 9 tanks, for loss of none of our tier 9 tanks, which is brilliant. However, the middle and the north of the map isn't quite so good. Although we are leading, that could actually collapse at any time depending on how they play it. So we decided to take on the Unicorn player in the Mauerbrecher. Very similar, it's a tier 8 premium German heavy tank, very similar to the DK 100.01. However, it has quite a few more weak spots, which is how you'd expect a premium tank to be. Although with Wargame's recent track record for their tier 8 premiums, yeah, it's quite unusual because it actually has find some weak spots. So there he is, he hasn't seen me. Pop a shot through the wall, and we've removed quite a dangerous player from the game, even if it's not even necessarily a dangerous tank. It's a player that makes a difference. Mostly. Defender, I'm looking at you. Okay, so next we're going to try and take on the Lurver. He's probably the most dangerous tank on the map now, I'd say. So let's see if we can take him down. So again, he's through 2 walls, and I think I'll get lucky there with that shot, honestly. Lurver's turret and turret front is actually quite strong. So I have a bit of a dirt moment here, and I think this building is destructible, which it's not. And then I think I can fit through the gap, which I can't. So okay, fine. Let's pretend nobody saw that. We're going to back up now. Game is relatively even still. 10 versus 8. They can still come back from this potentially and win. Although really, they actually probably can't. We got our tier 9s on the map still. So Lurver put some good hit on me. He's got a very good gun on the Lurver. I do enjoy playing the Lurver, especially since it's buff. One of my most played tanks actually. I've had it for a long time. So we've got our T-34 2G TD camping at the back, and our tanks that have gone up the east side to the base have been destroyed by the dug-in STRV S1, which has got really good camo and also very good pen once it's in its deployed mode. I don't know what the exact word for it is. So I've got a problem with the Challenger on my left. I can't move now because the Challenger could well pen me, but he's obviously being engaged by Watlanka, and I take him out with a good shot. SU-100 shot eats my tracks, eats his shot, should I say. And hit points wise, I'm actually looking quite good. Seeing what the SU-100 does on a lot. So Watlanka takes out the Leo, which means they've really just got the SU-100 and this STRV S1 left. So I'm going to push down to the SU. At this point I thought the Lurver was still alive for some reason, that's why I was being a little bit cautious, but I got told he wasn't. Take a shot on the STRV. I rush the shot a little bit and he goes low. I don't particularly want to take on the STRV head to head because he can fire faster than me and his gun's probably more accurate than mine as well. And I make a misplay here. I thought he's on the other side of the building for some reason. I didn't check the minimap and I wanted to get the SU, so I take the SU. SU fires a gold shell at me and it pens, but it's okay. I had the hit points to play with, so that was it. That wasn't a problem. Right, let's quickly get into the buildings, cover, and then the RT finishes off the STRV. Right, on to the second game. So this is a very good example of my kind of average game for me. It shows me overextending slightly, being a little bit too aggressive in a tank that you can't be too aggressive in, getting lucky, and surviving to the end. So yeah, it's not amazing gameplay, it's not super damage, but I think it's a good representation of me being lucky, I suppose. I mean, the teams are. I mean, I'm still amazed that my WN8 is where it is, but it is. Can't explain it. It seems to have gone up recently, which I'm more baffled about. But we've got what? Let's have a look. We got 3, 4 players over 1,000 WN8. They've got 1, 2, 3. So our team is a little bit better on paper, but as I've said before and many times prior to that, WN8 doesn't mean anything. So I'm rolling with the light tanks, so they're here on the right hand side of Tundra, which is where we tend to go. I've got a very good gun on this Romalavise. It's got a good kick, the shells travel lightning speed fast. It does a decent amount of alpha damage. A heavy reload, I think it's 10 seconds or so, but it's a very good gun. So I'm decided that I'm going to go up on the left hand side here. The LTG hasn't spotted anything, so I feel quite confident that actually there's nothing on this slope. So off I trot, and oh dear, so I've really messed that up. There's an Emil 1, my shot bounces probably off his turret and he puts 2 shots into it. So automatically that's almost half my hit points gone. For nothing. I've got nothing to show for it, and my fuel tank's ruptured, which I forget to repair. So far so meh. So the Emil bounces off me, which is great, then he puts his final shot into me again. So he's now done quite a lot of damage to me. What, about 1,000 points of damage. But I get a shot onto him. So Emil he's down to half points as well. I'm now 449 hit points left. So basically I've not got a lot to show for myself in this game. 831 damage done so far. We've got more people on the hill here, so we've got more advantage, but they've got what they got? They got 1, 2, 3 tanks here, and only 1 tier 8, which is quite heavily damaged. So I think I can probably get a shot on the VK. Let's back up a little bit, and you'll see how fast the shot flies. So this is what I should be doing, I think, really, against medium tank. It's not being too aggressive, this particular medium tank, but being a good second line support. And honestly, if I had a penny for all the tanks that I drive that need to be played as second line support, I'd be quite a rich man. Mostly the German tanks, actually. So that's quite frustrating. So I'm just kind of waiting for the Emil to kind of turn his gun and fire at somebody else so I can get a shot off on him. But I know that he's an auto-loader, and that was just really badly aimed by me, but it does track him. So I should have aimed a little bit more to the left, but there we go. So just trying to, once the Emil 1 goes, we could rush the others. There we go. So that was a better shot, and I put a shot in to finish him off 252 damage. So that's cool. So I back up here thinking I could probably kill the VK, and the C is dead, not really paying attention. So I'm thinking, okay, well, this tank is very good as a sniper. The gun is, sorry, the shell travels lightning fast, so let's see what I can pick up from up here. And I'm being very careful because the camo on this tank is not very good. So I don't want to get sort of one shot by anything, really. Well, I don't think anything left on the enemy team has got 400 plus alpha. Yeah, looking at them, I definitely do apart from the arty. So, just trying to poke and maybe do a little bit of spotting, and I'm not really lending much to the team here. So I can see actually there's nothing left to spot. So I decided to turn my attention to what's going on directly south of me, because we got tier 6, the Poodle, which is tier 7, no, tier 6 as well, and also a tier 8 Tiger 2 coming up. I've sat on my hands for long enough basically, so I'm going to try and lend some help. SU-152 finishes off the Poodle, and again I want to pick up this 5916 or potentially the AMX who's on the other side of the hill. But I see I can get the 5916 to remove quite an important tank from the game. Oh, sorry, an important player, should I say. So I realise I don't have the gun pressure to get these guys unless I move forward, and I don't want to drop down because I don't want to take these guys head on. They've got a much faster rate of fire than I have, and I don't have the hit points left. So I think, fine, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go round and potentially get these guys as they come up the slope, as they probably will. Desperately want to try and help the SU-152, but I can see that he's potentially going to die, which he did. Now, Tiger 2 seems to be coming up the slope, so I'm thinking, okay, well, let's play this smart. He's going to come up the hill to try and chase the 5916. So I'm going to wait here and then get a nice shot onto his side, hopefully, as he comes up the hill. And I wait, and he disappears from sight, and I can see that actually probably isn't going to happen. And he's actually stopped, so I'm going to move down and I'm going to engage the Tiger 2 from the side before he kills any more of our guys. And put a shot into his side, and it takes him out. So that's the danger on this side dealt with. So I'm going to push over now, go over to the north and see what I can see. And I immediately start coming under fire from a very well positioned E25 who ammo racks me. And I immediately go for the shelter of the rock, but he's put 2 shots into me. I've lost another 260 hit points. So I repair my ammo rack, and I've got some spotting damage on the E25. Probably the 5916, I guess. So I'm now going to chase this guy because, well, because there's nothing else to chase really, and he's the closest. So I'm thinking, is he going to come down this slope? It's probably not. I'm keen not to get spotted by him because I probably would have become unspotted. So I'm going to push along. And at the moment I've only done 2,000 damage, which with a gun with this amount of alpha, 400 odds, is 5 shots on target. Now 6 shots on target. I'm not going to get the reload in time. So I chase him a little bit again, and I'm thinking maybe if he stops I can probably shoot him in the back, because he's a one-shot to me quite easily. So I'm going to push up, hopefully he'll turn left at the end and I can get a bead on him. So I wait and I wait, and this shot is unbelievable. Just wait for this shot. I don't know where it goes, maybe you can tell me, but look at this. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that hit him, but clearly it didn't. My ping, as you can see, is sub 50. So yeah, your guess is as good as mine as to what happened with that shot. So that's it from me. I'm not going to bother showing you the end of game stats. I don't really see the need for that. Both the games were kind of average, but I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like or a comment, and tell me if you want to see more of this kind of thing. And any feedback would be greatly appreciated. So thank you once again for watching, and I've also just recently found the free camera view, which is what you're looking at now, which is actually quite cool. A bit late to the party. And here's another view of me ramming the Emil into the sea. There we go. Splendid. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Catch you next time. Cheers.